Season 7 is here and we got some amazing updates in creative. I can't believe Season 7 is already here. There's a ton of new stuff for the Battle Royale players. There's a ton of new stuff on the Battle Royale island, and I can't wait to dive into the Season 7 build challenge, which I'll have a video on that tomorrow. The new stuff in Battle Royale will hopefully be in creative mode soon, so I'm super excited about that. We have some news about Creative 2.0. We got a ton of new stuff in creative mode. We got the really cool glass galleries, a new device, tons of updates to other devices, 30 new consumables, and a bunch of other really cool updates we gotta jump into. Before we get into the updates though, let's talk about the news about Creative 2.0. So leakers have discovered a new loading screen called Fortnite Modding Valkyrie. A lot of people are thinking this is for Creative 2.0, which hopefully means we're gonna be getting it soon. If we already have loading screens for it, well, maybe we'll get the mode in the next few months, hopefully within this season. This is huge, and I can't wait for it. Now for some of the updates, guys. First, when you go to the Discover tab behind my head here, they have added a sci-fi category, and it looks like they've added a few new maps as well. Now, I still think this is such a crucial change to creative mode, but it needs some crucial changes to this. First of all, I don't really understand some of these categories. Like, there should be a competitive category. We've got a nice one-player category here, but there's still only 5 maps in it when there should be, I don't know, 30 or a ton. There's 8 versus 8 maps, but where are the 4v4s or the 1v1s? That's why I think there needs to be like a competitive category. Updated is an interesting category. I think it's just like islands that are continually updating, which is cool, but I don't really understand some of these categories and why some categories aren't in here. So anyways, there's updates. I'm hoping for more in the future, like searchability and having more maps and just more features here on the Discover tab. Next, if you go into Creative Fill, these rifts are gone, but they're still in just like normal create mode, which is good. I was a little off on that the other day, so I'm sorry about that. Next, the thermometer islands are fixed. The memory actually is working correctly on it now. If you watched my stream about a week ago, I was building this big island on it, and I was already up to about 30 or 40,000 memory, and now you can see it's at 10,000, which is where it should be, but it should mostly be fixed now if you're placing down items. Like, check out how well the like thermometer is working. You can see up there how it's changing as I move it around versus before there was so much lag. It's working actually really nicely now. So that is a huge update and great bug fix. There are now 2 new hub template islands. The difference between them is that in the Cardinal one, there are matchmaking portals like on the east, north, south, and west. Versus on the Spoke Island, you can see here, they're just all kind of in one direction in front of you. So it's just a little bit of a different layout on the hub islands, which is cool, I guess. Now let's get into the brand new device we got today, which is called the HUD controller. This is actually a really cool new device where you can go and change anything that your player is experiencing in their HUD. So you can completely take out the HUD. So if I push just to no, then start my game, look at my HUD now. See that it's completely empty. There's no timer, there's no mini map, there's no health behind me. It's completely empty. Then from that point, you can add back what you want. You could give them a mini map, you could show the HUD info box, you can show the storm timer, the player count, the elimination counter, the round timer, the round details. You can show the building menu, so let's just put that on. And so you can see before it was completely empty, but now down on the bottom right, you can see that we've got our building menu for people so that they know how to build. Because you know, at this point in Fortnite, nobody knows how to build yet. There are so many settings on here that are actually really cool. You can dial in exactly what the player experience is gonna be. You can even add and take away the displayed reticle. And there's actually pretty cool settings within this specific one where you can really dial in when they see a reticle or not. So this is actually a really cool device that's gonna help people be more immersed into maps as you decide what you can show them and what you can't. Now, one thing I would love to see on this device is the ability to turn it on and off. Like, have this connected to certain channels or triggers. That way you can have a cinematic experience and then pull them back into their normal gameplay HUD experience. That's a simple change they can make to this device that would open all sorts of possibilities for adventure maps and just experiences for a player in general. They've made some really cool updates to a few devices. So in the vending machine, you can now have the cost for your different items be wood, stone, or metal, and you can set them differently for each item. The next change is to the trick tile. You can have the trick tile reset after a specified amount of time. So instead of having this like set up to a trigger, you can have it so once you've set it off, it just respawns after 5 seconds or something. This is another really cool update. So on the sequencer, you can now have it send player information. So say it's a 4-player map and I trigger the sequencer, well then I could have it subsequently subsequently trigger certain things that only the triggering player experiences because it sent my information. It's saying Mustard Plays triggered this, so he's the only one that gets that HUD message or something. Then finally, they've added a new setting to the checkpoints, the player spawn pads, the teleporters, and the conditional button where you can have them only activated by a certain class. So this is making it so you can dial in more the experience for certain classes or once people have achieved certain things. This is a nice little quality of life update for mechanics and map makers. This next update is actually kind of insane. They've given us 30 new consumables. These are all the consumables that you can find in Save the World. So you can see here all the recently added stuff that you can add into your maps. I love all of the new like mechanical parts, all of the different like new ores, the rotating gizmo, the active power cells, really cool like powders and stuff. Just a lot of things that you can use to add immersion into your adventure maps or just anything. Just more options for us as map makers, and there's a lot of them. Holy cow. Now let's get into the funnest part of this update is the new glass galleries. They're so cool. I can barely even see him on this blue like map. Guys, check out how see-through this is. Like when I'm standing above it, it doesn't even look like it's there, but you can definitely see them on the ones that are standing up. I mean, gosh, guys, this is so cool. I definitely want to experiment with this and like see the capabilities of this. Can you put trick tiles on them? Let's see. Yes, you can put trick tiles on them. Holy cow, guys. They're so see-through. Man, like what happens when I put a bunch of these together? Okay, so there are lines on it. So it's not like I can make a complete like see-through wall with no lines or anything, but there could definitely be things where it's like stopping you and you don't know what's going on. Wait, do these make sounds when I break it? Let's see. Oh my gosh, it has a glass breaking sound. I mean, that makes total sense, but I'm really glad that they have it. Okay, guys, the health on these things is like nothing. If you even hit it a little bit, it breaks. Like what happens if I throw like a rusty cannon? Does it break? Oh, it totally breaks. That is actually awesome. Like I'm imagining a game mode right now where you have to go around the neighborhood breaking all of the glass windows with rusty cans or rocks or something, and the people are getting mad at you. You dang kids! Now, guys, you can also change the color of the glass. So if you go in here, you'll see all of the different color options. So look, there's green. You can see it like changing the sky behind it. I'm curious what it does if I have like overlapping colors. So if I have green and yellow next to each other, yeah, check that out. There's 3 different colors now. We've got the green, whatever that is in the middle, and then that's the supposedly yellow glass. But it's definitely like overlapping and changing colors. That is pretty cool. So that's red right there. Oh, dude, I love it too. You can put any trap on it. Check out this. You can see the trap like back through it, and it just kind of has that cool glass effect on it. Oh man, this is so awesome. I mean, check that out. This is so cool. Man, let's check out all of the different pieces, man. This is so awesome. These are all pretty much the same pieces you can find in the obstacle course galleries, but you also have these like cool broken glass. Oh man, check this out, man. There's a lot of broken pieces that are actually awesome. Oh, dude, some awesome like glass pillars. Oh, dude, I want to check out what this black look like. Dude, the black glass is so cool. Got a bunch of different staircase options. Man, this is gonna be so cool. I can't wait to make a death run or something out of just glass. This is gonna be perfect for the big open world map I'm making. Okay, so there's actually a prop gallery as well. There's some really cool, oh man, check this coil out. How big can we make this thing? Wow, that is actually pretty big. Oh, dude, check this out. The hitbox on it is actually really good. So you can actually have this as something you can run up. Oh, that's awesome. Imagine making a death runner level where you have to slide down this thing without like falling off. Oh man. We've also got an empty tube here that you can fall down. Amazing. A whole bunch of really cool shapes and spheres, stars. Man, there's a lot here. Now, one bad thing, guys, is check out the render distance. You can see it popping in and out here. The render distance on some of these props is not great. So hopefully they fix that like they did with the primitive galleries. But yeah, that's kind of rough. Ooh, a glass door. That's awesome, man. So these are as big an addition, I think, as like the primitive galleries are. This is so cool. All right, now I want to build something out of these. So for this build, I'm gonna use just a little terrain piece to be my floor because you just can't really see stuff on this like grid floor. And I think all I want to build is just like a little house or something. Well, let's just see how this turns out. So I wanted this house to have sort of a modern look, nothing too crazy or fancy. So I kept my grid snap on to make this a really quick build. Then I threw in a little bit of furniture and other items to fill out the house, and then added a cool nebula background. So there you have it, guys. Check out my glass building here. I put a few little furniture items in it, some glass chairs and tables and a couch. If you go up the stairs here, you can even see I got a little flower on the ground and my bed and some coil decorations or something. Got my glass hallway, and I don't know what this is, my glass diamond over there as well. You can walk out the house. Just something simple to show off how cool these galleries are. And then when you're done with the gallery, you can, just bust up your house. What an awesome update, guys! I'm super excited about it.